Hello everyone. Okay, we are doing the thing. I was going to chat for a little bit, but I can chat here too. I am super excited to finally be getting to the end point of this project. I really do just want to be able to, at the end of tonight, say, it's done, I'm finished, I'm ready to scan this thing and move on to the next project. So let me first, of course, begin by thanking everyone for coming by and hanging out always with me as we work on comics projects and other fun art things. I do have another comics project, of course, in the works after this, but I want to take some time off and do anything else. I've put myself through a lot of stress and anxiety with this project. I would love to just not have to do any more of that. So let me open up the blinds. Okay, so now we have a little more natural light, which is what I was hoping for. I was hoping to get online a little earlier than today. I was about to do something. I don't remember what it was. I wanted to get on earlier today, earlier than 5, of course, today. But, 5 is fine. 5 is good. I just had to finish up some homework, which I did. So I can now, devote some energy to this, and I think maybe, for the next couple of weeks, not do any art-related anything unless it's just hanging out and having fun, which, I'll do. So we are going to pick up where we left off on page 8 now. Super, super happy, like I said, to just be able to say, and I really want to say this tonight, it's done. And then have tomorrow just, be scans and whatever else needs to get done this week to get this project done. I'm eating gummy bears. Like, to get this project sent to the printer, So I have a few things left to do. I do have to finish up the cover and make a title graphic. Do all the text, speech bubbles and whatnot. I don't think there's going to have speech bubbles, but just the stuff, the words in everything. Send it off to the printer, and then I'm good. I do want to remind everybody that in December, because this book is going to print by the end of the week, and it'll take a few weeks for copies to arrive, but in December I am doing a giveaway of physical copies of this book. I will probably do, I'm thinking maybe 5 or 10, I don't know. I'm leaning towards 10, thinking 5 copies of the book. So that's, 5 physical copies of the book for a giveaway. So once we start doing that, what I am asking everyone to do is to just message me in Twitch, with once we actually do the giveaway, we'll find a way to communicate with you all so I can get your address so I can send stuff out to you. Obvious disclaimer, I'm not holding on to your addresses for anything. I will send it out, and that's my whole hand in the whole process. Other copies after that will be made available in the Illustrator of Fantasies website. I'm going to finally get my online store up and running with copies of The Night Is Our Victory. So you'll also be able to get copies that way. So, that's always available. We're probably just going to do a very small run. Maybe I'm thinking 25 copies total. Although there are people that I just want to send copies to just so that they have it, just as my initial, thank you for supporting me type of thing. So we may be closer to 30 copies that I will be getting printed, but that's neither here nor there. Let's just go ahead and finish this thing. Time is a-wasting. Alright, so I need to not have this sitting here. These are my headphones. I don't use them for anything. Well, no, I do use them for things, just not here tonight. Just put them over there by the keyboard. Okay. Okay. And I've got my water. I've got a lot of water over here. Oh, I'm so excited to finish this. Oh my goodness. Okay. So we are going to start with the trees here. Do I need more light in here? Let's see. Will that work? It's not really doing anything. Not for me, anyway. Yeah, that doesn't really do much. Anyway. Okay. Here we go. Going to come in with some white here. This white that I'm adding down here into these little streams of magic, or whatever we want to call it, is really just to help establish a ground for the actual color that they will be, which will probably be kind of a yellow tint. I'll probably just keep to the yellow for everything. Or, you know, I might just keep it white. I think it's fine. It stays white. We want to highlight the fur trim on everybody. And then we're gonna go up in here to the trees. Drop in some white back in here. In there. Huh, there's a whole... Oh, I see what was supposed to be there. I'm like, what's missing here? It's just like this empty gulf of space just right above this person here. Oh yeah, there's supposed to be a tree there. Let's go ahead and add that in a minute. As before, I do want to keep the white kind of thick in places, just so it can be a more apparent highlight on everything. but it should still, you know, blend in a little bit. There we go. That looks good. All right, let's get this tree back there before I move on to the next page. And you know, the great thing about this step that I'm on right now is that it's actually going to be pretty easy to finish, because all I'm adding is highlights, aside from extra random trees that are still floating off in the distance. So we're going to start with some brown to get that tree back. Let that dry. And then we'll just come back in here to touch up our snowy highlights. The other pages look pretty amazing after the work that I put into them last night, so I'm very, very happy with them. So yeah, let's get that in there too. Cover that with some yellow. And the white will be a really nice presentation of snow. Kind of looking up into the sky, so what I want to do as well just lay that down. Let's not forget our stars where possible. Normally when I paint stars, I will just do what I did yesterday and just kind of tap the brush, and that'll, you know, kind of create some very uniform looking spots on the paper. This white is very dense. Clean this up a little bit. Like, we want a dense looking white towards the tops. Perfect. Yeah, this looks good. Okay, that'll work. That is good enough for this page here. Yeah, it is. Okay, I'm gonna put y'all over there. Next page. Some areas will be a pure white. Probably getting my hair all up in the screenshot again. All up in the camera, rather. But that's okay, because we're almost done. I hope my trees look real enough. With all this snow on them. Well, with all this white on them, that's meant to look like snow. It's not so much that I'm going specifically for realism, but they should look convincing. You know, they should look like trees covered in snow. Let's get this highlight here and here, here. that'll do for that page. What do we see here? What do we see? Yeah, that looks good. I'm still ignoring my figures up here in the treetops, so I'll probably have to go over them with just a bit of black just to block them in properly, which we can do that later. Fix it in post, as we say. I don't know who says that, I'm saying it, so. Also because that's exactly what I'm going to do. Okay, that looks good. Got some nice white highlights in there. Go over there. Turn the paper a little bit. Do that. And do something about our spirits here. Will be kind of see-through anyway, so there's a bird out there that's just having a day right now. And all you can say is, I know, little one, I've been there too. It's like once you hear it, you can't not hear it. Oh, that's right. And just kind of do this on our thighs joints. looks a little better. And then when that white dries, what I'm going to do is go in and just add a smidge of a touch of brown. To kind of warm it back up and not get into that dark brown that we have there. Actually, speaking of which, we can do this here. Reasons why that white needs to dry first, which is made with gouache, so it should actually dry pretty fast. Probably about the same time I'm going to take my pass and do over another pass at it and do my yellows is when I'll come back in with the brown to actually get on top of that. So, off to the side there. I'm going to take some more gummy bears. Oh. Do that. Lighten up the fluff. Okay. Do in here its joints again. It basically should look like it's made of twig and cloth. Which it is, roughly. Or maybe twigs and leaves, I don't know. Elementals manifest themselves. some more white in some places, or just in general on my palette. Void of Echo, hey! I am pretty good. How are you? I am finishing this book today, so we're on the last 4 pages as of just now. And decided it's time to get started with this a little earlier. But yeah, we have pretty much picking up from where I left off yesterday. And we're going to make another pass with some yellow once I get finished with the white. Doing well, glad to see the book's coming along well. It is, and I will be very happy to say at the end of tonight that it's done. It's ready to be scanned, and all the other stuff that I keep talking about. But yeah, I'm super excited to have this thing go and be finished. So we're gonna get in just a little, oop, too much. Do something like that. To think about this. Let's just go into the background with this white first. That's still too much. You just want highlights on the trees. So how are you tonight? So you're burning that late night oil again. Get in there. Down here, up in there. Quite all up in it, but right here and right here. There we go. Got a lot of paint on the tip of this crap brush. Somehow water everywhere. Okay. So what I was thinking is of what needs to happen here. I need to put very significant light out. Just calling out after a long day seeing my favorite people. Aw. I'm glad I get to be one of your favorite people that you get to hang out with for a little bit. So I gotta get... There's supposed to be a light like right in this area here. So what I want to do is be very careful of how much white I add in there, because I need that to actually be the light. So we'll do something just like this. As long as it's basically in there. That's what I wanted. No, I did not want that. But we can fix that with this. Okay, there we go. So now that white has added a very important glow into that back part of into what they're facing. So we can do a little more of that along the gaps here of their shadows. Keep dropping water everywhere. Go. I love it. Yes. Really dramatic lighting there. So what I'm going to do is just kind of get more of that back here. You over there. Let's pick up the brush that fell. Some more gummy bears. Do. too much, but it's done. As in I did it, not that it's finished, so... Okay, we're going to do this thing with the trees again. Start at the top, that's a whole lot, that's a lot, that's a lot. Clean the brush off. Let's blend the white in. And we're going to take our liner brush. I'm going to add just a little something to the stairs. Sorry, head's in the way again. Some textural lines just like that. Okay. Here we go. So I kind of want to do. Sit for a moment. I'm going to go back in and we just smooth it back in there. Okay. So we've got some nice glow effect going on there. We do want to have just a little bit of that on top of some of these figures here. You can see already I'm about to drop a whole lot of white on this guy here. Normally, I don't usually use white like this, but I feel it's kind of necessary to the scene itself that's happening. Okay. Whereas the camera's crooked. Let me fix this here. Well, I guess it's just going to have to be that. Okay. This is done, and we can move on to the next page. Back to the conundrum. Does he get white hair or does he get black hair? Guess I'm going to continue thinking about it. Let me see. Sure. Most of what was happening in the background is about to get whited out anyway, so, you know. But that happened, it's just like, well, I mean, I guess. So right now, in this page, in this image, we are under the same white light that this character is. So we need to... This is what I was mulling over. Okay, looking alright. Maybe this will help me to answer the question. Okay, it's looking good. Cape looks pretty decent, I think. Alright, what do we want to do? I don't know. So let's just go ahead and ruin this image. Going to get our that. That's what I meant by ruin this image. Which this particular image was made with this in mind, so. I promise you I'm not playing Stream Raiders right now, but I think it just updated, so. If I was playing Stream Raiders right now, I would not be getting this done. I do want to just kind of drag that down in here, just like that. Okay. this up a little bit. Probably, I think I overdid it a little bit for that. And I still don't know what color his hair should be. Honestly, let's just make it white. Let's just go for it. Alright, I need to soft some of this white up. Here we go. Like I said, this page was made with this effect in mind, so one of these days I'll get better at it. How about we mute that tab? There we go. Okay, so I think that's good. I think that's very good. Okay. Last page for white, so definitely want this. And of course, we want this. Getting there. Of course, we're going to do our star thing. Trouble with this is that it splatters everywhere. But that's also kind of the effect I want. Just kind of go in and do that. That's pretty amazing. I like it. I like it. I've got these wavy little lines in there. Maybe I'll do something like that. I'll probably come back to this page to drop in some more of those little speckles of white as stars. So I'm going to actually put this over here and tell y'all we are just about done. I'm super happy. I'm very, very happy with the fact that we're almost done this. Let me get back in here. Alright, do we need to put any yellow in here? No, I don't believe we do. gonna get some brown going just to get in there. Touch it off with that. Nope, that's not doing a damn thing. Right, let's clean that up. Maybe just do it with the blue. I need to put some kind of shadow in here. So I'm trying to figure out what would work. Like a down light. Okay, that seems to do something. We'll come back to this one too. It's got some volume to it. There's a whole part of this tree out on mist. We'll come back to that too. Now that's gonna sit over there. Alright. I don't need to go over every single page or image again. However, we do have this opportunity to kind of redefine our very hard shadows. So we're gonna go ahead and do that. I'm gonna get my head out of the screen. Okay, actually looks really good here. We'll add in there, head out the shot, there. Okay. Y'all, I'm so sorry. I just realized captions were off. I am so sorry. I guess in my excitement, if there is any excuse for that. I don't know where to put this. Alright, we're gonna move you around. Whoop. There we go. this one. Okay, that's good. Let's not forget this little guy's shadow. Well, shadows, because there's a few pages where they just don't exist. Completely by accident, of course. Go ahead and let's prepare to add in our yellow. Actually, that should be enough. Getting close. Looks really good. This whole area down here looks kind of nice. Goes over there. There's no yellow in that one. We need shadows here for this one. want to forget that. Oh yeah, there should be some yellow in here just to help define, at least in a color way, the wrappings that form the joints of this little guy here. But you know what? Because it's a twig elemental, who's to say that it was actually formed by cloth and not spider webs? So maybe I'll just leave it the way it is. Maybe I'll just leave it the way it is. If anything, I think it would make more sense to do that. All of its little joints are bound with webbing. Hey Shelby! Love the web idea. I think when I saw them, my first thought was like soft and thin birch pieces wrapped around. You know, that could work too. I didn't realize you were hanging out. I'm glad you are, of course. Go just a bit. There we go. That's enough. I think that actually makes a whole lot of sense. So, well, I mean, you know, it can be in an undefined substance. No, it's 6:30. Let me do this to help our little guy stand out a little bit. we go. I think that works. Multiple options, and it's kind of cool. We might end up with different interpretations. Honestly, I think so too. I agree. So maybe get in here. This recommends to be a very pure indigo. Getting in up here. So how you doing, Shelby? I'm glad you're here. You can witness the final act of this comic. Okay, I think that'll be good. I think that's good enough. Alright, we're going to add in our yellow. That was unexpected. Okay, I'm back. Had to blow my nose. Besides making fantastic progress, pretty good. Pretty good. Is this gonna run? Okay, good. Really want a bigger brush. I'm gonna have to lay down like patches. Well, had a pretty quiet Sunday, and those are feeling exceedingly rare these days. Just made some Southwest chicken and rice bowls. Ooh. Here too. Yeah, I mean, my Sundays off rather are usually pretty quiet, so. But no, I'm actually really excited because we get to end tonight. Gets to be the last of working on pages, last of painting, and for a while until the next project. So I'm in pretty good spirits right now as a result of that. That just get a glint of yellow light on various surfaces. I don't think I've really used this yellow either. That looks good. Forgive me if you've explained this. Will the first book be available for purchase again, or is it not needed to enjoy? You do... No, this is the remake of that first book. So this is the starting point going forward. Like, all I really did with this version was take those same images from the first version of it and just kind of recreate and redesign them. And that's where we are with this one. So this is literally the first book, only expanded and more detailed. So go with this one. My plan is, of course, to get this book sent to the printer this weekend. So it should be in everyone's hot little hands by December. Oh, I'm so excited to say this thing is, like, going to be done soon. Like, will be available. So, I'm so happy about that. Okay. Get all of our lights and things. So excited for this. That's the part you end up confused on. It's fine. I'm glad you asked. It's good that you asked. Wouldn't want anybody thinking like, oh, well, when's the other one coming out? It's like, no, this is it. This is the one. Just drop in some yellow here. In different places. Okay. This light is basically this torch here. get up there with blue. There we go. Oh. Get yellow on the ground because it's, of course, yellow light kind of everywhere. Put you over there. Oh my God. So close. Like, this is like a really, really big deal for me to be like this close to finishing this book. Torchlight. Is that on there too? I don't know. Hitting that goal, so proud of you and feel so lucky to have seen so much of the journey. I mean, if you've been here since the beginning, I think you've seen the whole journey, which I'm proud of me too, honestly. Just because I've had so many difficulties just trying to finish any project. Like, I'll get started with something, so the fact that I'm at this point with this project here, and the only thing that's really stopping me from going over that threshold is me, yeah, it's a big deal. Is this one? I think this one's about as yellow as it really needs to be. This one doesn't need it. Put you over there, but this one does. There's be little touches of yellow everywhere. That. And I've really, like, kind of surpassed, and, like, I really grew with this project as an artist. Like, I can see exactly the different places where I've, you know, improved my work a lot. And I'm proud of that growth. Very much. Just to add a little glow to everything. course, I'm like glad that so many people were here with me throughout the process too. So this is big. This is big for me. So this one needs a whole lot more yellow than what I've actually got prepared for. So we're going to move this off to the side. We'll come back to that one. This one, I think I know exactly what I'm going to do. We're not going to use this brush, but we'll clean it. And what I want is just that. That's all. That's literally it. Added just a touch of yellow there, so now it's got this very nice glow. You can touch on here, maybe down in here. There we go. So you're going to go over there. We'll do the same thing with this, only it'll be much smaller scale. It's amazing, like, watching it come to life as you put the yellow and close my a lot of what I've learned about drawing and painting has just been experimenting. Let me close these blinds. Have no more daylight there. So, you know, it's kind of startling to me too, actually. But it just looks so good. And the last one was was page 1, but there doesn't need to be any yellow there either. All right, so this one. Oh, I need red. Where's my red? No, you're raw. Where is my red? Primary red. There we go. Okay. I do need some yellow here. And I guess get just a touch of red, just a smidge right there. very milky white water. Okay, let's get ready to screw this whole thing up. I say that as I need to add a substantial amount of red, fire here on this page. Doing what I needed to do, so we're going to do this a different way. It's actually starting to pick up my white, which I definitely don't want, so we'll just do it this way. We'll do it gently. Drop in our yellow. Oh, it's break time. We'll take a break in just a moment. I just want to get these last strokes in here. To chase back in there with some white. Okay, I am going to take a break real quick, so I will be right back. I just need to stretch and stand up and all that stuff, so give me just a minute. I'm back. Chewing. Okay. So, what I need to do is, like, really get in here with some deep red. Or orange, I mean, really. Let's go with orange. On a palette. Not you. That's what I want. I am missing a palette. And, like, I really have no idea where it could have gone. Okay, then. So we're just going to use this spot right in here. Using orange. Yeah, what I'm gonna have to do is I'm gonna have to put this off to the side so it can completely dry and then actually go back and add the red that needs to be here. So I don't think orange is really cutting it. I'm gonna have to add some touches of white back in there too, but there is a place that I know I need to go right now. Find it. Not you. Not you. But you. This is where all the pages get out of order. Drop in some red right here. And that's it. I'm gonna do the same thing here. And here. That's basically it. Y'all, it's done. It's done. I'm so happy. I mean, done, but it's done. There's a couple pages that I'll just get to offline, off stream rather. Just like I said, This page, I'm going to need to really go in with my red once it's completely dry. And then, kind of warm up these flames here so they actually look the way they're supposed to. I mean, it doesn't look bad. It just needs a punch of red in there just to really ramp it up. There's that. Shelby, I don't know if you got to see what I had done with this one. I ended up giving him the white hair, kind of, sort of. It's more just a highlight, so the blue is kind of offsetting that shadow a little bit. So it's kind of indeterminate what color the hair is. Actually, I need to do the same thing here. Because, I'm indecisive, apparently, and I can't make a decision on simple things like what color should the hair be. So we split the difference and say it's both. Yeah. We're done. Oh my goodness. We're done. The book is all painted. We're done. Go back and play around with a few things just to, like I said, I want to ramp up some things, but I'm excited. In a good spot right now. Clean up a few things. There's more of that vague, open to interpretation. Yeah, it's kind of, I guess, what needs to happen there. I think that's probably just what needs to happen there. So what I want to do now is we're going to do some detail work. Just want to do this here. Oh, thanks for the cheer. Okay, that looks good. We're gonna put this up over here once we clean that up a little bit. Thank you, Shelby, for always being here and being a witness to the completion of this book. So happy that you got to see this. You got to experience this with me, so. I'm just doing some touch-ups. But I can say it's done, so I can definitely say this thing is done. That. Touch that. There's another page that needs stars put into it. Was it this one? No. I thought there was. Let me see. Probably wrong. It's done. I'm so excited. Oh my goodness, I can't believe it. Well, no, I mean, I can. This was the goal after all, but, I'm just in this spot right now where I'm like, oh my goodness, it's all done. Just need to do Just a little bit of, like I said, just some touch-ups here and there. The white will help all these other things receive the red highlight that needs to be here. Oh my goodness. Get it finished and jack it all up. Because it still needs to, like, be light here. So glad I got to be here for it. Thank you for sharing it with everyone. I'm so happy that we got to do this. And I got to, kind of make this thing come to life. I don't know what to do with myself. It is now 7:19. I finished all my homework. I just finished up these pages for this book. Just need, like I said, they just need some extra detail work. So now it's just like, what do I do? I was trying to see if I can get a game going, but we probably won't do that tonight. We'll probably just call it pretty soon. But like, I'm in such a really great place right now because of finishing this. I do want to do this. So I'll probably just, like, chill out for the rest of the night. Just kind of soaking it all in. That looks good. All right. So, yeah. I'm gonna sit in this moment for a while. course, we're going to post about it on Twitter. So, yeah, really, no, absolutely. Thank you, Shelby, for being here. The mystery relaxing thing people tell us to do, yeah. Everybody, Bam, for coming through. I know you're usually lurking here. No, I don't even know who to thank right now for just, like, being present and witnessing all of this come to pass, all of this happen. So I'm just going to thank everybody who's ever stopped in, who's ever come through here on this channel just to see what I'm working on, just to hang out. So, you know, that's everybody in the Waffle Squad and all of our friends, like literally everyone, thank you so much. Like the support has really, really helped me a lot. Just like say, okay, I'm committed to getting this done. So let's get it done. And it's just, you know, having reached that point tonight, I'm super excited. So as I said earlier, I am going to have a giveaway of copies of this book in December. So this week, we'll see me getting all the final details done and then working on the cover, like actually doing the real cover, scanning, getting text in, all the things to be placed around it, and then by the end of the week, Saturday, I'm going to say it's Saturday, I will send this book to the printer. I am really happy to say that, finally. It's been a very, very long time since I could say that I'm sending something off to the printer, but here we are. So that will happen, and I'll order enough copies to make sure that I have enough for the giveaway and enough to have on the website. As I said, the price point will be around $5 for each copy, so I hope that you do decide to pick one up. And I will be sending some copies out to people just so they have a copy for themselves, people that I want to have copies. And then, like I said, everything else will be available on the IOF store page. So I've done it. We are here now. We get to just kind of enjoy the rest of the week, really. Like I said, with just a few things that I have to do. And November, I don't really know what I'm going to do in November. I don't want to jump into another project just so soon. There's probably going to be some minor things that I want to do, some smaller pieces of art that I want to work on. I wouldn't say that I necessarily now have time for commissions. I'm still full-time student, full-time worker. But, you know, I may just kind of create some little one-off pieces, or maybe finish up some other projects, just kind of work on some other things. So the White Room is this right here. That's what I'm calling my little space on the internet. This is going to be just primarily art. I will be doing art. I will be making art. I will be looking at art and drawing and painting and all that stuff. So that's, I mean, if you're interested in watching another artist create, especially when it comes to comic art and fantasy illustrations, that is what you will find here. So I want to thank everyone for coming by and hanging out with me and just kind of participating and enjoying the evening. So I don't know what to do. I don't know what to do. I mean, if you guys want to come with me, we can go raid somebody. I think there's enough of us here to go hang out with another person who is on right now. Yeah, I did it. There's still a lot to do, but oh my goodness, this is such a good feeling. If everyone wants to, let me see. We can do that. Let's, I don't know. So there's a couple people that I would love to go raid right now. So, would you rather see The Walking Dead Season 2, or would you rather see someone play Genshin Impact? Because I've got a couple people in mind that I would love to raid right now. I'm kind of feeling Walking Dead Season 2 because I was watching, this is Cleopatra Jones, like, she's fantastic and I love her. Or we can go hang out with my friend Pro Quesadilla, who's playing Genshin Impact. I'm leaning towards, let's go hang out with Cleo again tonight. So if you're all on board, that's what we're going to go do. I know, I love her too, and she's so wonderful. So let's go hang out with her. Thank you everyone again for stopping in and hanging out. We're gonna go raid. Hopefully there's enough of us to go do that and make her night for the night. So, all right. So thank you everyone for coming by. Good night.